Smoking wax bats, trying to gain back my mentals. Oh, I like I was sleep, little baby, I will spin you. I said take them clothes off, she said I was fin to. Chop the price in half, you ain't know I knew jujitsu. Always put myself before anybody else. You can see it in my eyes, I ain't get no fucking help. Roam around looking for my mammy, but she up above. Geeked out, nigga, yes, I really fell in love with drugs. You can get your pussy ass hit up inside the club. To my surprise, he ain't wear no mask or gloves. We can have it, bring it static, ain't showing no love. Pull up with them tools, I confused, they knew what it was.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And today I got a special guest and someone I've known for a long time, ByrckBeJuggin. How's it going, bro?
It's going good. How you doing today?
It's good, it's good. All right, so I had messaged you a while back trying to set this up, and I apologize. There was some mishaps along the way, but I'm happy to have you here now, bro. So let's start at the beginning. Tell people where you're from.
I'm from the Pittsburgh, the area. I'm from the Hill District.
Yeah, we got to make that very clear to everybody that you're from the Hill. All right, so one of the things I noticed on the Juggin Man TV page, that's yours, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your channel. There's a song with 21 Savage. Was that like an open verse type challenge thing, or you actually had a song with him?
All right, so the way that worked out, that wasn't even supposed to be my song. That was supposed to be his.
Okay.
I produced it. That's why you see my tag on the beat. I produced it. I ended up sending it over because I had a manager that was working with him type shit. So she asked me to send over some beats. He ended up liking that, and he used it. But time had went by, and he ain't put it out. So I'm like, "What's y'all doing with that?"
And since you
we
still
probably
on
was
the
gonna
beat,
scrap it.
Okay.
I'm like, "Let me bad."
Mhm.
So you could bad. Then I ended up badding the track. So I was the producer, and then I ended up pushing the track and putting it out as my own single.
all right, we're going to get to like the contracts and everything what happened, because like one thing I do want to say is like, first of all, I apologize early on, because there's a lot of people that wasn't supporting, that wasn't getting the vision, and now like everyone's on content, pushing with the music, pushing with the videos. All this shit that I'm saying, like, I'm not even joking. You were doing when we were kids. Like, you were on this shit, like, so early on. So, first, let's talk about how you felt about the support versus now and from the beginning. Because a lot of people might not notice, you're bigger outside of Pittsburgh than you are in the city. And so people be looking and they might like, oh, how is he doing this? How is he doing that? It's because the fan base is outside of the city. So talk a little bit about how you were able to do that while not also getting support in your city and having other people outside the city support you.
Type shit. So it's like when they come to this inner city stuff and outer city stuff, like you said, a lot of people will sit there and try to focus on where they're from, and they think that's the type of fan base that you need to get to the next level. But it's like that's not exactly true. Like you said, when I first started, we ain't got all the essentials that we got now. Like back then, there wasn't no TikToks, there wasn't people doing ads, there wasn't that much. Most thing you do is push, be everywhere with the hard copies, try to get on Whammo, stuff like that. Now we got so much places with all these content creators and stuff that can help push your stuff. So it's like that.
So do you think it's easier now for you? Or it's just like...
It's definitely easier because it's like now it's to the point where you don't even necessarily have to be a talented artist versus back then you had to be top tier with everything. It's like nowadays all you got to do is build a buzz. It don't even have to be for the subject that you want to blow off of. Like you could just get your social media platforms built up off of doing pranks and stuff like that. Once you got that target audience, you can do whatever. Then that whole audience that you got, all your subscribers, see what you really trying to push.
All right, so one of the things that I want to say is the promotion, marketing, doing certain little things to make people talk about you. You were also on that early on.
Yeah.
If we're not talking about the Bryck chain saying you were signed to Gucci Man,
Yeah.
and people was joking, but I'm realizing that I'm like, but y'all talking about this nigga. Now y'all going to listen to the music because y'all think this. So little marketing schemes and things like that, how were you able to have like that business savvy type of marketing mind early on?
It's like I don't know. It's like you got to focus on what exactly you want to do. It's like you said, long as people's tuned in, that's what the heck you need to do to push whatever you need to push. So it's like you do little stuff. Like everybody got their stuff. Like we got people like the baby. He had to do that tough guy stuff to get targeted.
True.
So everybody look at that. Oh, who's this? Do that. So it's like once you see somebody getting popping off of a certain thing, they tap in. And then when they tapping in, they finding out everything else that you need them to find out.
That's definitely true. So, all right, it's kind of hard for me because I'm not trying to I'm trying to get to how I know you and everything, but also like get to the music at the same time. So I don't know. There's certain things I've noticed the older I get that there's things that I remember that people have done that they might not remember that they have done.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things, all right, tell me if I'm saying this. You had in Miller, you had this freestyle when we all thought this shit was bars. Like it was my name is Keekers. I'll put you in the sleeper. I like the Drake pop. Do you remember this shit?
I still remember that. Yeah, that was one of my first little that I had to try to get in my head to remember because it's like I literally was saying whatever came to my head. And everybody, oh, he can rap. He can rap. I'm like, oh, I can rap.
But this was like we were like in what, the 4th, 5th grade when you did this?
It was in elementary.
Oh, that was elementary. Elementary for sure. No, so then it was probably like, and no, it wasn't. It was probably like 2nd or 3rd. Then it had to be like
second and third, definitely something like that.
So was this one of those things where it was just like something you were creating? It's like an elevator pitch. If someone asks you to rap, you already have something ready.
Yeah, it was like a little something, and then it was like as I thought of new stuff, I just added on to it to the point where I just had a long song that I ended up actually laying that down back then. I don't even know where that's at now, but that was like over 20 years ago.
You got way too much music. Like I could not even listen to it all, brothers. It's impossible. So I tried to go through most of the videos, and then what I was upset was about like, all right, we'll get to the contract thing, and then we'll just jog back for everything else. So what exactly happened? Because I remember it vividly. You dropped this project, and like, it's good, and people are starting to like. You're really at that moment where it's like, okay, the respect's starting to come there. Everyone's fucking with him in the city. You had J-Lo on it, which we'll get to, and then next thing you know, maybe a couple months to a year later, you can't even play any of the songs. You can't find anything. So please tell me what happened, bro. Like, what exactly happened? The whole story.
All right, so we're gonna start from like the first little 12K project.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right, so I had ended up putting out a mixtape, and then like I put out the mixtape, and the only thing I was doing was getting paid off of monetization. That's what a lot of artists got target on and focus on, monetization. You got monetization, you got a following, you got a check. So I put out a mixtape based off a bunch of YouTube beats that I just got little exclusives to, and I ended up doing like you said, ended up blowing up.
Like way more than people expected.
Way more than anybody expected. I had 12 million streams, and at that time my monetization was set up for like I think a dollar for every 1,000, and that's what ended up being a 12,000.
Hold on, just let me stop you real fast, because let's highlight one thing. This was before niggas was putting their music. Niggas was still posting they shit on SoundCloud when you were doing this. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, that's early in before everybody knew about the monetization stuff. So nowadays you get paid more than that, but at that time it was like a dollar for every 1,000, and I ended up being 12,000. I mean, I look at it now, like, oh, that wasn't shit. But it's like back then, nobody was getting paid off their stuff, so it was like 12,000. That was a lot at the time. Then I raised a lot of eyebrows, and people were like, oh, he did this, he do that. How'd he do this? How'd he do that? And it was like, oh, okay, now I got their attention. I can do what I really want to do. So I make another project called 12K, and that's feeded that came off of that previous mixtape of how much I made and da-da-da-da. And it was like, now I can get to my target audience where I got everybody's attention. So then I start working with the people that everybody talking about, the J-Logs, the Stunner Too Fly, the Tomlins, Long Live Him, and stuff like
but
that.
But still having some of your own tracks on there too.
And then it's like, as I'm finishing that up, that's when I got Take Keith's attention, because I think I had that 93 gas on there.
Yep.
Yeah, so
wasn't
he ended up like, oh yeah, you's hard. Where you from? I'm like, I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get you on one of my beats. I'm gonna send you a beat back. At that time, I'm like, okay, everybody in my inbox trying to send me beats. Da 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 da. He ain't have that big fan base that he had as a producer. So I'm like, he sent me it over.
So this was before he was really big.
Before he was really big. Like you hear his tags and stuff on a few people's songs, like I say Money Bags and Finesse 2 Times and stuff. But that was like even before they was mainstream. So it's like unless you was really tapped into like the hood music, you ain't even really know them. So he sent it. I sent it back. He's like, oh, this is fair. He's like, we gotta push this. We gotta push this. I'ma share this. So it's like he was sharing it to the places down south. People was messing with it down south, and that's when I ended up making a song called "Young Nigga with a Sack" with Pac. That was also produced by him. That shit really got people tapped in. That's when I think Young Dolph was hosting a little mixtape. He was doing a little mixtape hosting, and he had added that Young with a Sack on it. And then once he had added that Young with a Sack on it, that's when it started getting a little radio play and stuff down south, and everybody searching or looking for me. So it was like, damn, I did that. Then that's when it's like, I'm feeling like a C-class celebrity. Because it's like, now I'm getting all this exposure, but it's like, the funds ain't funding for all the exposure. Like, so it's like, damn, I got all of this stuff. The money still ain't money in for all the stuff that this is coming with.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm doing my little show bookings and stuff.
And how much are you getting for show bookings at the time?
At the time, I was only getting like $500.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But like $500, know what I mean? Traveling state to state, doing what I could do. So it's like after that, that's when I like I said, financial issues, try and go to the next level of where you already at. Cause it's like everybody that's starting to see and starting to witness is looking at you like you some type of big deal. So it's like every dollar I get, I gotta put that into my project so I could go to the next level.
So you weren't signed at the time?
Still was not signed.
So were you ever signed?
I was signed to like To The Top, which is like a local.
So that was it. What was it, like a production deal? It wasn't like actual. They owned everything.
Yeah, it was like a production deal.
Okay. For sure.
Yeah. So I signed it To The Top. That was a production deal, and then like before I even get the next story type shit.
So how did the music get taken down? What was the thing behind that though?
All right, so that's where it goes to. So I'm putting our money into more stuff to get to the next level. That's when I'm dropping Rich Nigga Issues. Because it's like I said, it's like I'm getting all this celebrity feedback, all this, there, that, getting all the issues that come with it. It's like, I ain't even rich yet. So it's like, at that time, like, that's when Rich Nigga Issues, I had ended up dropping that Jugging Out the Mansion. Because, yeah, it's like, motherfucker, now I got to keep up with my image. We sitting here, we paying monthly rent at a dang mansion. Like, people like, oh, you live there, da-da-da-da. They think you some type of big. That's when the mansion parties and stuff is coming to everybody in the city. Oh, there's a mansion party, da-da-da. Bryck throwing mansion parties. That's when, shit, I was probably making the most pape off of just inviting people to my damn house like it was a damn club.
So you were making more money off just like having people at your house versus anything that had to do with the music?
Anything.
So even a music video you might have shot, like...
Anything.
But one thing all right, so another thing I want to highlight is... All right, hold on. I'm going to let you finish. All right, so you're at the mansion. I'm going to let you go. All right, so you're at the mansion parties. All right, keep going.
So, yeah, mansion parties is coming. Stuff like that. Like I said, now I got money to play with. Now I could do bigger stuff. I can put out more videos. I could work with more big names, more stuff like that. After that, that's when motherfuckers ended up facing little issues in the neighborhood of the mansion. You know, the uppity, higher class people, they ain't like the type stuff we was bringing to the environment. So they ended up getting us kicked out.
Which is, come on, bro. We're older now. It's respectable.
I respect it. I see it. Yeah, like you pay all this dang money.
Yeah.
You work hard. You sitting in $1 million houses and stuff. You don't want no hood rats and drug dealers and all all the bullshit around your house. Hell
Exactly.
no.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. I ended up getting evicted. So at that time, that's when bro, I was down Atlanta heavy, and my parents had moved down Maryland. So it's like I got a place to stay down Maryland, and shit, I'm living out of the motherfucking Motel 6 down Atlanta. Swear.
So this is good though that you're telling stuff, because this is the shit that people don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like people. That's another thing. People like, oh, how you know in there? How you know in there? Bro, I done literally lived in all these places, and like I tell people, if you could go everywhere in the state that you need to go and get a small amount of people, that's all you need. Like, you might be 1,000 view getting person in Pittsburgh, but if you could go to 5 other states and get that same type of audience, that's going to tally up and add up. And then after that, you ain't even got to go places because word of mouth is going to expand and push you.
all right, so let's talk about the project a little bit, the 12K project in specific.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the J-Lo feature. This is something that you had early on, right when she was like this is her peak when she's hot. So how did you come about on this feature? Because like I said, you didn't have a lot. You had Stunna and a couple other people. You didn't have a lot of features on here like typically people would have. So tell me how you came about these features. How did you choose the people that you wanted on there, etc.?
Like you said, it was just more so like, damn, I got like 20 songs on this tape, no features.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, I got a nice little audience, but I need some people that other people listening to. And like I said, I had a high audience, but my funds wasn't really funding. So it's like, let me think of local people who got a big buzz. So like you said, we got J-Lo reaching industry numbers at the time. I reached out to
100K
her.
per video, yeah.
Yeah. So I reach out to her. I'm like, because somebody had shown me her. Like I said, she's popping. I listened to a few of her videos. I'm like, okay, this little motherfucker got bars. so I was like, all right, a little explicit, but she got bars.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what she talking about. I'm like, yeah, Jay, I need a verse. What's up? She's like,
You already
250.
had the song done though, or it was you
No,
sung
I
to
started that thing from scratch.
So so when you're making the song, y'all both are in the studio doing each verse.
Nah. When we first did that first song that was on 12K, which was Dog, I ended up just emailing it over.
Okay,
So it's like, I had laid it, she gave me a price, I laid it down, then I sent her half. I'm like, I got the other half when your verse done. She said, bet I'm gonna go to the studio today. Like 2 hours go by, she said it's done, send it back. Send the rest of the back end. She sent me a little snippet like over the phone so I can know it was recorded. I heard a little snippet. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta hear the rest of that verse. She sent it through. I sent her back in. Then I'm like, oh, all right, she went off. We need a video for this. And then
You shot the video.
we shot the video probably like 2 weeks later.
All right. Now, you have another song with her, Super Soaker. Now, you can tell that this, like, for the video, all right, don't take no offense to this. The video for Dog was okay. But y'all can tell for the Super Soaker, y'all tried a lot more with that video.
Yeah.
So talk about that song. This song was after Dog, correct?
Yeah, so after we had laid down Dog, people had liked the way we complimented each other on the song. So it's like, we like, yeah, we fuck with each other. So we was piggybacking off each other. People don't even know we got a whole project that never even dropped in the cuts. That we going to just probably take a
because I
little
seen
couple
her. I think
tracks
she's
out.
trying to get back music-wise,
Yeah,
too.
probably take a couple tracks off of that and just put it on our future track or future projects coming out. But yeah, we had a whole little project. So at that time, we got jams like Super Soaker that got recorded, Phil and Lil, little stuff like that. A couple other jams. We just set up a studio session, recorded. We was in there for like 5 hours straight, whatever came off the top. So, motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck I was watching. I don't know. It's some weird shit. And then, motherfucker, I heard a beat. Know what I mean? shit, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with this. I'm gonna fuck with this. I mean, I'm like, how I want to approach this. So I'm like, let me just talk about shit that motherfucker everybody talk about. But I'm like, but let me talk about it in a different manner. So I'm like, all right, everybody like jewelry, everybody want to be flashy, this, that. You know what I mean? Which I already had a song called Water that I ended up motherfucking sending to Quavo. So I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna name this Water. All right, jewelry bust down, Water, then this. All right, what's Water? Something that compliment Water. All right, Super Soakers. So yeah. Well, jewelry bust down, that's a super soaker. Then after that, it was just like whatever came to my head. So like, yeah.
What song do you feel as if though got you the most attention though? Like where it was like you were like, wow, you know that song, like like everyone was like talking to you about. What song was that for you? Do you feel as if though?
I think I wanna say Bull. Like it might not have did a crazy little number on like for the YouTube video,
Mm-hmm.
but like in the streets, like that shit took over because it was like that shit was leaked on so many different little YouTube pages. Everybody was sending it to each other. Then it's like, all right, at this point, everybody know this song, so this is I'm getting booked just to perform Bull. So it's like, as I'm going to do Bull, it's like people sitting there know that shit word for word. I'm like, damn, I don't even gotta sing this shit.
And that, how does that feel? Like when you're an artist and you're performing a song and that might be your first time, you like a whole crowd singing shit worth. How does that feel for you? Is it like a moment of shock? Is it a moment of like happiness? Like in that moment, how are you feeling?
Man, that shit feel great because it's like, if y'all know how Bull even came across, it's like that song shouldn't have never. That song I didn't expect it to be big because Bull actually was a freestyle just to show. That's why, like, if you listen to it, they complement each other. So, what's on my neck? Jules. What? See, I'm good. Sure. Like they just compliment each other. Like,
And when it comes to, you said you were booked and doing shows. So I came to one of your shows before, but that was like, we're talking like I'm not even joking, probably 10 years ago, maybe
10 years
like
ago.
maybe 8 to 10 years ago, because it was at the Rex Theater. So outside of places like that, like where else were you performing? Were you performing in clubs? Are you doing hostings? Like outside that, what were you doing?
A little of both. So at that point, I'm doing shows in different states. That's where a little bit of money needed. So it's like that $500 is dead.
So they're paying more outside.
Yeah, because so it's like $500, bro. I gotta get down there. I gotta stay down there. I gotta get back. That's done. At that point, shows are starting at $2K, which ain't a lot, but it's something. It was like
So
I
are they 2K paying for everything?
2K,
So 2K
and all expenses
hotel,
paid. So it's like, yeah, I hit them with the. Know what I mean, it's a business strategy. You know what I mean, like they don't know. Like I said, like you said, I'm bigger outside of the city. So it's like outside of the city, they don't know what I got going on here. I hit them with the runaround. Yeah, I need $2,000. Oh, I need $2,000 because, yeah, I got a show right here. I got a show right there. Da, da, da. If I come down there, then come down there, I miss some money. So, yeah, I need y'all to accommodate the funds that I might miss. Know what I mean? I straight tell somebody, you paying me $500, I could book the venue my damn self and then just get it popping and I take all the money out the door. I'm making more than that.
You might as well be out of town. Shit, that's more. Get a little trip, new connections and everything. No, you're right. All right. So back to one thing you did say is that you feel as if the Bull got you the most attention, correct? One thing I've noticed over time by like interviewing rappers and people is something that someone will listen to on a DSP, they might not listen to on YouTube or watch the video. So when you said that, like, I was like, okay, I understand, because this might be a song that got more plays, but if you were to upload a video, or if you did, it might not have did the same thing on the video, and vice versa.
Because it's like everything from there and before, bro, I still had digital copies. I had physical CDs. I had flash drive. I had the full 9 for those. We ain't start going full online stores till like 2 projects ago.
hold on. Let's talk about your YouTube channel, because this is something. Ever since I've known you to make music, you've had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. Well, I ain't gonna say I feel bad, but I see a lot of these rappers who have done 500K views, 1 million views, 200, 100K views, even 10K to 20, but it's not on their channel.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, like, if you go look at I need all my videos on my shit. And granted, because you've did that, you have 3,000 subscribers. And because you're able to stick with that, you can upload on your channel and do good. So early on, where did that mindset come from to make sure you had, like, everything under you kind of thing?
It just went when I started on learning more about monetization. I'm like, okay, this cameraman might got this many subscribers. So it's like, if you use that cameraman using their subscribers, you don't want to put everything on there. If this like your first song or two and you just trying to attract the audience, that's what you're doing to attract the audience. That way they could go look and see what else he want. Once you get this target audience and this at like a stay put thing, that's where you want to go on your own route. So they're going to keep looking. They're going to keep looking at the cameraman stuff. All the money, all the streams, all the subscribers is going to that cameraman.
And when you break it down, it's like, all right, I no disrespect, but it's like y'all are almost dumb, because you just paid this cameraman to make money off you. Like, is that not what just happened?
That's
like
what you did. Like I said, it's down there like an ad. You just paid the cameraman to give you a product and then push it on their line. That's like coming out with a motherfucking pop with Pepsi and telling Pepsi they could keep all the money.
all right, look, hold on. Because there is certain, there are certain people that are exceptions to this. And these are the people I would say, not even a lot of people, for real, just Cole Bennett is the only person where you're like, no, I want it on
like
your...
Definitely, yeah, that's something else. But it's like, we've seen people like Cole Bennett do exactly what I said. Like, you feel like you need a Cole Bennett video, you go pay Cole Bennett. Because like you said, Cole Bennett has a hell of a following, one of the biggest cameramen of our fucking generation right now. So it's like, bam, you got the million subscribers locked in.
Some of them is billions.
Juice
WRLD?
Right. Oh, you got that many people looking at you to the point your first song surpassed mainstream people that been in the game for 10 years. That's the time to piggyback and start to do.
And when he got people like Eminem under his belt, Juice WRLD,
Like I said, it's like you paying for the chance to steal a buzz. Like I said, that's a swap. That's a swap right there.
All right, the most viewed, I think, all right. So of course we'll get. No, I'll talk about this one first. The Hood Legend song. That's your most viewed on your page.
I think so, yeah.
If you go to other outside of your page, of course there's more views there. But as far as that on your page, why do you think people resonated with this song, and why was this the most watched on your page? Do you know, or it's just like you?
I just felt like that was something that people could relate to. It was like,
you snapped on that shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I feel like it was a relatable. There was bars there, and it wasn't too Hollywood. It was like, you see me, I'm in a Jacks.
Just a Chauncey?
Just up Chauncey. Right up Chauncey with it.
Chauncey.
Just letting them know what it is, where it get rough.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's raw. It's pure galore. So I think that gave people the ass, because it's like, you see like jugging out the mansion, it's like, all right, he's street, but he kind of Hollywood. Then you see me, I'm in a Jacks with it. We go from the mansion right back to the Jacks. All right, okay, this is what some people want to hear. Some people can't relate about jugging out the mansion. Some people never walked in the mansion. Talk about hood shit, people can relate to the hood, because they going to live in the hood for the rest of their life, sadly, some people.
Not me, I'm trying. All right, but I'm trying to be a millionaire. I ain't going to lie to you. But, okay, you also have someone I reach out to, which I'm hoping to have on this platform soon, Boss Man Bryck. You had a song with him, Op Lane, correct?
Yep.
And this was, again, you be on it early on, because he was hot early on, like hot. And he had a couple different phases, but you caught him right in this phase. So why did you collab with him? How did this come about? And the video, just talk about this whole experience.
All right, so Bryck, I had linked up with him like way before that, before his music stuff. So it's like, I had known Boss Man for a minute.
I knew him when he was a kid, bro.
So,
and that's
yeah,
scary to
swear.
me now, bro. I'm old as hell.
So it's like when you like you said, I was on it. So
Yeah.
it's like I seen him dropping, and instantly they was on him. So it's like, all right, okay, I see you. You actually talented. You got a nice fan base. You see, you already know I got a fan base. Let's work. We both from the same side. Or
And in the hill, so it just makes sense.
might as well link up and get the streets what they want. So, know what I mean? I ended up started writing the verse, and I sent on the beat like, yeah, this is it. Cause shit just kept coming. I'm like, yeah, this one's it. Sent that to him. This is the one we gonna go with. He hears it. All right, when you free, I'm free whenever. All right, tomorrow we booking a session at Hotbox. All right. Hit him up. Hotbox, yeah, I got this bread. I need this session book expeditiously. They're like, all right, we could get you in next day at noon. All right, noon, that's what it is. Went there, we recorded that. All right, I peeped him. We was actually in the booth together. I'm like, all right, you went the fuck off. We got to do something with this. This ain't going to be one of them jams that just sit in the cuts. Shoot the video. So that's when I had Stoner Gang Productions like, yeah, I need my vid shot ASAP. Know what I mean? We ended up linking up in the Jacks down center across from Wesley. The little town.
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah. And we shot the video there. And then as quick as that got done, I had posted the little snippet of it.
Went crazy.
They ate that snippet right up. So it's like, bro, I'm hitting the camera like, finish that video.
How many views did it do when you first dropped it? Because it's at 69 now. 69K.
When I first dropped it,
Probably like 5.
I think that shit did like 5. Then that shit went to like 10 real quick.
All right, but this is one thing I did notice. You're not opposed to reaching out to smaller artists. You're not opposed to doing features. I noticed when it comes to your projects, you're a little bit more pickier. But as far as just like on singles and things like that, because even when you go, like I said, none of your music's on there, but there's features with Trap Girl Rhea, Boogie Baby, Celeste, who like. I'm sorry, I don't know any of these people. Are these people from Pittsburgh or people that you made connections with and features with outside?
Outside for real, like Rhea, she familiar with the PA area now, but she's actually from Chicago. So it's like she down there coming from Chicago hearing about me.
And these are people reaching out to you.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, what's up? Da-da-da-da. People like Celeb, he from Virginia. So it's like we doing these shows out of town. We on the same chord. Like, oh, yeah, you rough. We got to lock in. All right, lock in. We ended up locking in. It's like that shit's instantly motherfucking taking off.
But that's one thing that's good that you did those features, because now it's like, okay, your name's still on there. Like people can still listen to some form of music with your verses on it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like something you did early on that you might not have been thinking about benefited later a lot, for sure. All in with Hindi. The beat's crazy. I listen to the song. I'm expected to just hear you and Hindi. Then I see Rethinkulous on it and a couple other people. So talk about this song. How did this happen? This collab and working with Hindi. What was that like for you?
All right. So all in, we ended up all being on this little showcase thing down Atlanta. We went down there for what's it called? A3C. So we all down there for A3C festival weekend for a fucking showcase. And then I'm like, all right, how many people from Pittsburgh actually going down there type shit? Because that's like one of them big festivals, like your Rolling Loud, stuff like that, Firefly music. That's a big thing. So it's like, all right, you know what they say, you don't got nothing recorded, it never happened. So I'm like, y'all all going down Atlanta, bro. We need some type of motherfucking thing to show y'all was down Atlanta while I was down Atlanta. Bring back to the city. All right, I'll pay for the beat. I'll pay for the session. I'll pay for the video. Whoever from Pittsburgh going down there, y'all can hop on this. All right. So, motherfucker.
But how did you know who was going to go where? Like, or it's just it didn't matter to y'all?
It didn't really matter for me. I'm like, all right, at that time it was like you said, there was 4 heads on there. It's supposed to be 6.
Mm-hmm.
2 people
Oh,
folded.
Ace Money, Ridiculous, Hindi, and you.
So it was supposed to be 6. 2 Pittsburgh artists folded, and them 4 ended
That
up.
were with y'all at the showcase.
Mm-hmm.
You
Ended
want
up
to say their
going
names or not?
It don't matter to me.
No, don't do it. All right, so I got you. All right, I think we talked a lot about the music, and of course, there's always more to talk about, and I'm gonna have to skip over some of these questions here. All right, so let's talk about how we met and how I know you. Cause like when I say I know you since like I was a kid, like kid. So do you remember? This is years ago, so if you got
for the
faulty
most
memory.
part, yeah.
All right, so we met in Belt Suver. My father at the time was dating. Was it your aunt or grandma?
My aunt.
Your aunt that lived across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we met early on, and we were friends. And one thing I want to say is like every time I see you after that, bro, it was like some people change, like, and not in a bad way, but they just like. They're not as real as like the relationship. Every time I see you, bro, it's the same real person that I met since we were kids. And I swear to God, I'm not even being like joshing. Because we hadn't seen it, like we were best friends damn near. Then I hadn't seen you for years.
Yeah.
I get the Miller, I see you in the line, we looking at each other like, ain't no fucking way. And I asked you, I'm like, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say the nickname I called you. I ain't gonna do you like that. But and you looked at me, it's like, yeah. And then later you pulled me to the side, like, hey, yo, they don't call me that more. Don't call me that. I was like, all right, bro, my bad. All right, so definitely. Let's talk about Miller a little bit. So what was from seeing what kids are going through now and how school is now, it made me appreciate Miller more because it showed that they cared. So what was your Miller experience like?
My Miller experience, it was like one big family. Like,
I swear to God.
Swear it's like you had all your Hill kids there, but they also had the surrounding areas coming
Stranglers.
there and brought us together. So it's like one thing they did was unify each other. So it's like we had that as bringing each other to unity. They taught us a lot of shit about our culture, which a lot of schools ain't doing. So that was heavy on that. And then like for people like me, they definitely push music on you because it's like that's a lot how our culture spoke to each other through music. So we learned that.
You was also drawing. Oh my God! I'm so glad I wrote all this shit down because you can't even deny this. You was draw. We used to ask you to. I think you started charging niggas at a period of time. We used to ask. You remember you used to draw the Super Sans for niggas. Niggas used to be like, "Yo, bro, can you draw me a Super?" And everybody used to try to copy you, but it would never come out the same.
My life, I forgot all about that.
Yo, this is memories. I was like, bro, I really know this nigga. I gotta bring shit like that up. So do you? All right. So as far as I know, if you don't want to talk about it, school. As far as anime, were you big into anime then, or was it just Dragon Ball Z for you?
It was just Dragon Ball Z for real. Like I said, outside of that, before people even got into anime, the only thing that really was
I didn't know
like
nothing
Avatar,
about it.
and I was like, I ain't really watched that shit for real. So it's like I was a Dragon Ball Z fan. So yeah,
definitely. All right, so did you play for the Hill? Talk about, did you want to do sports? What was the sports thing like? Because was it QB that you were a QB for a period of time?
Yeah.
So you played for the Disciples, correct?
Yes, I did.
So what was that experience like for you? It's a legendary team. All the Hill kids play for it, then move up.
Playing for the Hill was great. I mean, it was a fun experience. Like you said, championship team, loved it. It was like, but
after that, did you not? What made you didn't want to continue sports or like that?
After that, I don't know. I started feeling myself.
Okay.
Like after that was high school. So it's like at high school, like I said, you come from playing championship ball thinking you all of that.
Get humbled.
You gotta get humbled. JV quarterback that been there for 3 years before you, you're riding the bench.
And so wait, it wasn't that you wasn't talented. It was just you didn't want to ride the bench.
Yeah.
So it was ego.
Yeah.
Nigga, bro, you could have rode the bench for 2 years, bro.
You
Play
right.
some JV, bro.
You definitely right. And that's where I fucked up. But it's like even before that, that's when because I was playing football and basketball. So it's like after that, I'm like, fuck it. But I had ended up going to School for basketball. Because I caught a little charge, and after I caught that charge, motherfucker, it was like, I wasn't even going to school, so sports and shit was dead. Nigga, I was barely showing up. I go to school for probably once, twice a week till they sent me to fucking the CAD to make sure I was going to school. Because, the CAD come pick you up.
Yeah.
Man, still managed to motherfucker ignore the
Finesse
ban
out
and
of
shit
that.
like that. Little nut shit, because, I always been smart. I always been a
Smart as
straight-A
fuck,
student,
though.
motherfucker.
No, real shit.
So I felt the CAD on, motherfucker. I felt the CAD for 1 day short of attendance. Not that. I'm like, bro, Neffs, I'm not doing this motherfucker school shit all over again. I'm not about to do school.
So you graduated high school, correct?
Eventually, yeah.
And you didn't want to do college?
I did some college. I had went to Coppin State.
Okay.
And
what
then
was that experience like for you?
It was fun. It was exactly what motherfuckers make it like.
Well, it's just like
this partying.
It's
the
like
schoolwork.
It's like being in the hood, but everything legal, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally the only way to explain it.
Real shit.
All right. All right. So I'm running low on time here.
Cool?
But one thing I did want to say is the for. That's football. You got that from football. Where the fuck did that come from? I gotta know this. I'm so glad I forget about this.
So that for. So it's like
for.
at that point in time, I ended up just starting my own fucking record label before we got the distribution with Republic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, motherfucker, we had shit like Op Lane, we had shit like that. Motherfucker, I was bringing motherfuckers that people call ops together. Motherfucker, I'm like, oh, that shit's dead, nigga. We op free around here. If you about to get in the bag, motherfucker, you for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I just started Op Free Records, which the abbreviations is for. Mm-hmm. And then like, I don't know,
that's
I just felt like I needed my little, that's when I needed my little tag. The fucking we had people like the Migos with QC, to like QC, them little shit like that. Know what I mean? I need something a little catchy. Know what I mean? I ain't hear nobody saying those. So every time I heard the beat drop, it just off. And I don't know, that had shit that had people hooked. They like that shit.
That shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. off. So is that something that you'll still do to this day?
Yup.
Okay. And all right, so tell the people what you have coming on. Are you working on new music where they can follow you? So all your socials, everything.
All right, so I'm still working on shit. This shit's gonna be 100% independent. That way y'all ain't gotta worry about no mishaps, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure all my old stuff get put up, and I'm dropping my new stuff. Mm-hmm. I got my next album, International Dope Boy. Mm-hmm. That's coming out. You know what I mean?
Who's like the one person that, like, if you could have a chance to work with, who would it be for you?
Wayne.
Yeah, we all want
still my motherfucking idol,
bro.
It's like at this point, nigga, I done worked with so many motherfuckers. A
know
lot
what
of them is
want.
dead, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. It's like I got verses from Big Score. I done brought Big Score to Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. He's not here.
Way before any of the signing with Gucci stuff.
Before he got to a call. So got him. Got the verses from Dolphin the Cuts.